That's the Panthers and the Bucks. The Bucks have returned to the old Bucks of where it's just bad TV, and the Panthers are right there with them. They're 1-10 this season. The Bucks 4-7. The Panthers literally cleaned house the other day. Frank Reich gone. Deuce Staley gone. Luke McCown gone. Who else is gone? But you know what? Chris Tabor is a guy that has been overlooked for a long time. This is one of the greatest special teams coaches in NFL history. I say this because if you know who Chris Tabor is, Chris Tabor spent a decade in Cleveland as the special teams coach, and I think he had 6 different regimes, Jeff. Literally 6 different regimes before he left. And, you know, this guy never got the opportunity to be an interim coach or anything of that nature for this team. And I always felt like, let Chris be the coach, because how bad can it go? John Harbaugh was a special teams coach. He's one of our best coaches in the league, because you're dealing with all facets of the game when you're a special teams coach. And they need to be taken a little bit more seriously when it comes to the table of hiring your coaches. And I feel like Chris Tabor might be up in here rehearsing for a job. If he can finish this thing out, say 5-12, I think he could possibly go ahead and possibly keep this job. Because if I'm Tepin, why would I move on? I don't want to keep paying people. I'll pay this guy. I give this guy a little bit of a bonus, but then I don't have to really pay a coach. I can stick with him for 2 years and we can see what we can do. You know, but it is what it is. But all in all, this game to me really does present a factor of 2 teams that are just kind of middling. But you know what? At the same time, too, you can say this, that this Bucks team is still in contention to do something. So what I'm going to do with this one right here, I already confirmed on Twitter that I was not taking the Bucks. They're on the no bet list. So I got to stick to that. And then I looked up who they're playing. The Panthers are the second team on the no bet list. But you know what, though? I rather trust the desperate team than the team that thinks that they're going to win this game just by showing up. So I'm going to take the plus 5.5 on the Panthers. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it shakes out. What are you doing on your side, Jeff?
Breaking news, and they must have heard me vent. The Minnesota Vikings have activated Justin Jefferson. So Justin Jefferson will be playing after the bye. So maybe 7-8 weeks of cashing checks. And he now feels, loyal to the rest of his team. So Justin Jefferson will be back in week 14. This is a betting 101. The Panthers were probably the one team that cost me the most money this year, and I finally faded them and cashed last time. But once a coach gets fired, there's that immediate, the coach is gone, a la the Vegas Raiders. Once they left McDaniel, they had a 2-game winning streak. Had the Bucks the last 2 weeks, and I lost. So what do? I take the Panthers plus the 6 this week, only because they just fired the coach. My true number here, Pops, was 6.5 with a 39. It's down to 37 with a 5.5. Give me the Panthers plus the 6, but the Bucks probably win this game 20-17, and everyone's happy.
All right. So we move forward to a game that is one of the better games of the week 13, because now one team is kind of going through the injury bug issue that a lot of teams go through at this point of the year. And one team has found themselves back in the race, and none other than the Browns and Rams. And you know what? The Rams is feeling good, brother. 3-6 a few weeks back. They said, you know what? The Rams are cooked. They're done. They're through. You know what? All they did was win 2 division games in a row, and now are 4-1 in the West. And that looks good moving forward, because those are NFC wins as well, too. These win tiebreakers for you as well. Now the Rams look like a playoff team, in my opinion. They absolutely crushed on the Cardinals. And I didn't see them beating the Cardinals that bad. Even though I knew they was going to win the game, I didn't see them just having